What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I am back with another Out of the Theater review now. Tonight, so far, February, not very exciting as far as new releases. Tonight, I had two choices, either this caveman horror movie or Lisa Frankenstein. And I was like, you know what? That sounds like something, so let's go watch Lisa Frankenstein. So, of course, I went to check this out, me and my cousin, and we went there. I knew nothing about this movie other than Diablo Cody wrote it. Apparently, it was directed by Robin Williams' daughter, which I didn't know until some of our Patreon members let me know yesterday. So, all that to say, I had no expectations, actually zero expectations, because I never even saw a trailer for this movie. Now, I'm going to give you my thoughts, but before I do, if you would please consider subscribing to the channel. That way you get notified, and hit the bell icon. That way you get notified every time new videos drop. Every week I do Out of the Theater reviews for new releases. And yeah, leave me a thumbs up down below and a comment if this is a movie you're interested in seeing, or you saw it and liked it or didn't like it. Let me know. All right. So I will say Diablo Cody as a writer, I have liked a few of her movies. I do like Jennifer's Body. I do like Juno. And I think she wrote Tully. I like Tully. I think she wrote it. I'm pretty sure. Other than that, I don't know anything. Like, I don't remember everything she wrote, but I like those movies. So, but she's not like someone that I like get excited for or anything like, oh, Diablo Cody wrote a movie, I gotta go watch it. This movie's weird. This movie is really weird. It's set in the 80s. And I will say, I like to start with the positives. The 80s, it's set in 1989. However, right from the jump, like from the opening, there's like a little animated sequence that opens it. Right after that, once we get to like real people, from the jump, it felt like an 80s film. Not just the choice of music, because obviously there's a lot of 80s songs in this, but just the way it looked and the vibe. It really had an 80s like comedy, like 80s teen comedy vibe. It really, really did. So I thought that was pretty well done. I think they captured the 80s, the style of the films of the 80s very well. This didn't feel like something like Stranger Things, where it feels modern, but it's set in the 80s and it has 80s stuff in it. Like, this felt like it really could have come out of the 80s. So I thought they did a good job there. Zelda Williams, she's the director. I think she captured that pretty well. As far as the cast, it was fine. They were pretty good. Carla Gugino is in this as an annoying stepmom, and she was very annoying. Catherine Newton is the lead. Cole Sprouse, I think it's Cole Sprouse, is the like reanimated corpse guy. And yeah, so it looked pretty good. Early on, there's a couple of real interesting stylistic choices. The way certain scenes are shot, like a little dream sequence, I thought was pretty cool. I was digging all that stuff pretty well. And again, good soundtrack, 80 songs, popular songs. Good on them. As far as everything else, it's pretty mixed. I'm not have like super negative opinion on the movie, but I don't know what it was. Like, I laughed a little bit. Like, I chuckled. There's a few decent jokes. I won't lie. It's not like there's none. And this is a weird movie, too, because it's PG-13, but it feels like it should have been an R. I don't know if they were trying to maybe target probably they were trying to target teens and let them be able to get into the movie. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like an R-rated version of this somewhere, and maybe it'll come out when it comes out on Blu-ray or whatever. But it definitely felt like an R-rated movie cut to a PG-13, and even still it pushes the PG-13. I'm just being honest. There's a couple of scenarios in there that are they push the PG-13 rating. So it had that going where I'm like, this feels like it should be an R. There's certain parts where like you think something's going to happen and then they kind of cut away and they don't really show. So it didn't push. For me, 80s, one thing about 80s comedies, especially teen comedies, like they were raunchy, they pushed the R, and this didn't. And I feel like it should have, because Diablo Cody, Jennifer's Body, R-rated, Juno, PG-13. And this doesn't, it feels like in the middle of them, like PG-13 plus. That's not even a real rating, but this feels like PG-13 plus, PG-15. We'll call it PG-15. So that was kind of weird. Other than that, like, there's just a lot of moments where I feel like there's jokes and I'm supposed to laugh, but I just didn't find them funny. And that could be with any comedy, right? Comedy is very more subjective than probably any other genre. What one person finds funny, the next won't. But the whole theater, there was never any parts where they were like really laughing a lot. You'd hear chuckles here and there, a couple people laughing here and there. And that was pretty much it for the entire runtime. Also, very annoying. My theater, the screen kept freezing to the point that we got up and went and told the people, like, hey, this movie's freezing. So that was annoying. So it made the movie like an extra 10 minutes longer because it kept pausing. So that was very annoying. Maybe that affected it too. But I tried not to think of that when I'm doing this review. On the good side, good 80s aesthetic, good 80s feel. On the bad side, I just don't think it fully captured the spirit of the movies that it's trying to sort of be like. This is Heathers kind of popped in my head when I was watching it, a movie like Heathers. And even the main character kind of almost like Lydia from Beetlejuice, but not really, but sort of. And the tone was weird. Like I didn't know I didn't know if I was supposed to like this girl or dislike this girl. I did like her sister. She has a stepsister in the movie. I loved that character. I thought she was really good. And I liked Cole Sprouse as like the corpse guy. Like he was fun, but the lead, I don't know how I was supposed to react to her. So it made it kind of awkward, to be honest with you. And the ending is not very good. So I don't know. I have to just give this a 5. I think it's a 5. I'm not overly negative on it, but I'm also not really positive on it. I saw it and I didn't hate my time and I liked things about it, but I also didn't I don't even say I didn't like stuff. I just felt indifferent towards a lot of it. So I'm going to give it a 5. It's a weird movie for sure. I'm sure there's an audience for this. My theater didn't react strongly either way. So I don't know. Nobody I saw it with really loved it. But anyway, that is the review. Next week, I will be back with another Out of the Theater review for Madam Web, another Spider-Man movie with no Spider-Man in it. So I'll have a review for that. Until then, take it easy.